What is up, guys? TSL here, back with a brand new video. In today's video I'll be once again showing you guys how to make custom admin commands. Made this video a little over a year ago, and yes, it still works, but I'm going to be showing you guys how you can make some other admin commands. Now, if you want to learn to make like admin commands like the flying, no clip, and like adding coins and stuff like that, then check out the previous video, as in this video I'll be showing you guys some other admin commands. So yeah, if you want to know that, just check out the previous video as well. Alright, so to get started, as usual, we'll need our script and script service, and we will call this admin commands. In here, what we'll do is we'll have our services, and this will be local players is equal to game : get service players. And here we'll have our functions, local function player added or on player added, and we'll take in a player of type player. Down here we also want to do our connections and players player added connect on player added. Alright, so in here what we're going to do is get our player, or here what we can actually do is we can have a local function on player chatted, and this will take in a message. We'll just do message, and this will be a string. And then here we'll say player dot chatted connect on player chatted. Alright, so then here what we can do is we can say if message or if string dot find a slash in our message, and not in, this should be string dot find message, and if it finds a slash in there, and this should be uppercase, then what we want to do is break it up into the parts of our admin commands. So we're going to have commands that look like this. We'll do an example with a kick command. We'll do /kick space player name space reason. And if this is blank, well, then too bad. It's just going to do the default kick message. Alright, so based off this, let's do this. So what we want to do is basically local split message is equal to string dot split of our message, and we want to split it at every space. Now yes, I am aware you could do message : split, but this is slower, that's why we use string dot whatever. Okay, so anyways, back here we'll say local command is going to be equal to our split message at the first index, which will be this. Then the local player name is going to be equal to player name or split message at 2, and we'll say, alright, so that's actually all we'll do for now, because I think basically every command's gonna have a player name. Yeah, so what we're gonna do here is say if our command is equal to /kick, then what we want to do is get our local reason is equal to split message 3 or just blank. So then basically what we want to do is we want to make a function that will like kind of get our player like on a partial of their name. So we'll say local get player by partial name, and this will say like partial name is a string, and this should be local function. Then basically here we'll say local full or local player. Then basically we want to do for underscore comma player in players get in players get players. And if you guys don't have this beta feature on, then you'll have to use in like pairs, so I'll just do that. For in pairs get players, yep, we'll say if our player dot name or if string dot find partial name in our player dot name, then what we want to do, player is equal to player. Now obviously this is not the best, or this should be swapped. Player is equal to player. Now obviously this is not the best algorithm for figuring this out, but just keeping it simple. You guys can tweak this function to your likings. Anyways, here we just want to return our player. So we'll say local player is going to be equal to our get player by partial name, player name, and this should have an A for reason. Alright, so then basically we just want to do player colon kick, and we want to kick them with our reason. Alright, so if we go ahead and play this, once it finally loads, if we go ahead and type /kick, let's just do that. We won't put the numbers. And we kick them, and the reason will be hello. Alright, so attempt to index nil with kick. So partial name is string.find player.name. Alright, well, we want to find our partial name in our player's name. Should be like that. Those two parameters should be switched. Alright, so if we /kick Dom boss, and we kick in with the reason goodbye, you were kicked from this experience, goodbye. Alright, cool. Now there's only one problem right now. We can't have a reason with a space in it. So what I'm thinking is we wrap the reason with parentheses. Sounds good. So then what we'll actually want to do is we'll want to change this up a little. So we'll still do that. We can still do these first two things here, but then for the message we'll want to do, or for the reason, we want to say string.split at we want to split our message at a parenthesis. We want to get the first index, and we want to wrap this in a string.gsub, and we want to remove the closing parenthesis. We want to replace the closing parenthesis with nothing. Alright. Do we have to do this? No. Alright, it's fine. It should still work like this. So basically, we are splitting this at our parentheses. So basically, the string at index 1 for that will be equal to reason and the closing parentheses. So then we're basically just removing the closing parenthesis. And yeah. Something I think we could also do is like string.sub of this to -2, or it 1 to -2. I'm pretty sure that will still work. Alright, so we could try this now, and now we should be able to have a reason with spaces in it as long as we wrap it in parentheses. Alright, so if we do this again, and now our reason will be like that. And alright, so not exactly what we wanted, because, well, basically we were supposed to do 2 here, because if we split it at the first parenthesis, basically this is going to be index 1 and this is going to be index 2. So now Alright, so now with our kick command, if we /kick and we do you need more watch time, which, you know, guys, I do if we're trying to get monetized out here. Anyways, if we click and it says you were kicked from this experience, you need more watch time. Perfect. Alright, so we got our kick command with our reason completely working. So now let's move on to another command. Now this next command we'll do is like a jail command, and basically all we have to do is get a little model for our jail. Alright, so here is our jail model, and basically the only important thing is we have this part to teleport to inside, and we will call this teleport part. Basically we'll spawn this jail pretty much right where you are and then teleport your player into here. Now we also have to make sure this is welded, which I am not very good at. Alright, so if I select these parts and go over to one of my plugins, this one, and create weld profile, this should hopefully work, and if it does, then I'll link this plugin in the description. Alright, so anyways, what we want to do is go into our server storage folder, and we'll say admin props, and we'll drag in our jail. Then in our server script service, we will add server storage. Local SS is game : get service server storage. Then down, or actually we'll have some variables, and we'll have our local admin props will be a folder, and this is going to be SS : find first child admin props, and we'll cast that as a folder. And then we'll have our jail. This will be a model. This will be equal to our admin props : find first child jail. And once again, we'll cast this, but this time as a model. And then down here, we'll say else if command is equal to /jail. Then we want to say local clone is going to be jail : clone. We'll say our local, we'll say, how about, oh yeah, we need our player, so we'll copy that, and we'll say our local char is equal to player.character or player.character added : wait. We also want to say if player then, so we don't get any errors since our script doesn't break. Yeah, you know, just do that and then end here, and now we need this. Alright, so if then we'll get our character, and we'll basically we want to say our clone dot position. Here, let's make a primary part. Primary part will be equal to, we want one of the holders. Let's we want the bottom one to be more specific. So let's grab that one. Alright, so primary part is equal to this part, and now we can put this back into our admin props. So this and our parent will be admin props. Alright, so now in admin commands, once again, we'll say clone.primaryPart.position, or .cframe we could do is equal to char : wait for child humanoid root, or you know, we can just do char.primaryPart.cFrame. And then what we want to do is say, also we want to, let's just do position. Actually, no, it's fine. This should be like, if we try to subtract vector3.new of a 0, 5, 0, maybe, and then we set our char.primaryPart.position equal to our clone.teleport.part.position. Alright, so if we try this command out now, click play. Alright, so if we try to jail ourselves, alright, so it's somewhere. Wait, what? Alright, where is, oh, obviously. Well, we forgot that we have to make the clone.parent equal to game.workspace. And we could do that right there. Alright, so now if we try to jail ourselves, you see we get put in the jail. And this is a little too low to the ground, but it's close enough. So if we now find like a 3, alright, that should be fine. Oh, and what we should also do is find a, or actually, we should rename this to, so clone, before we actually parent it, we should do clone.name is equal to player.name.jail. Or we could say cell. Then we'll use this for a unjail command. So if we'll say command is equal to /unjail, could say like free or whatever, but alright, so if command is equal to unjail or whatever, then we still need this player variable. Oh, and we want to check if our player, then basically what we want to then do is we want to say local cell is equal to game.workspace : find first child player.name.cell. And if the cell exists, then we want to cell : destroy. Alright, so this should be good for our unjail command. So let's test this out. Alright, so if we say jail and me, okay, so that is still over there. I don't know why that's over there, but it's fine. It must not be welded correctly, or that must be welded to like the floor actually. And if we unjail, then it goes away. And if we can always jail ourselves again, or somebody else can jail us again. And yeah. Alright, so that actually works good. Alright guys, well those commands are it for today's video, and like I said, if you guys want to see other commands, check out my previous admin commands video, and if you guys want to see how to make a ban command, I have a whole nother video on that as well. Other than that guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.